Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this presentation of the RLSA. I'm Ashatoon, and welcome to this doubleheader on this Monday night Rocket League where we have the Landers and the Fire facing off, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into the matchup here. There was some schedule difficulties, so we had to kind of squeeze people in, move things around, but regardless, we're here now, and the Fire in their home stadium. And we are just about set here for this game one. I'm going to let them know the players that they can join when ready. And here we are. Game one, Landers Fire. Big matchup here in week 3. A lot of questions will be answered here in this matchup. The Landers and Fire, both of these teams took a loss last week, and they're looking to rewrite that wrong and move back into the win column this week. Unfortunately, both teams not able to do that. One of these teams will move to 2-1, the other will fall to 1-2. Now, of course, I think both of these teams are very solid. I wouldn't be shocked if both of these teams find themselves in the playoffs, potentially playing in the playoffs at some point. And that's a big play there. And you'll notice something different is that Chase, normally playing with Gara, if you missed it, over the weekend, Gara was traded to the Riot in exchange for Caleb. And now Caleb, he'll be making his debut for the Fire. What is he capable of? Does he start things off? Chase will finish it. But what a play from Caleb. And this is night and day from what the Fire had from Chase's teammate. Beautiful angle there. Caught Alec off guard, and that's going to be 1-0 Fire here in game one. And if you're a fan of the Fire, you love to see that. That is a super strong start here in game number one. And the Landers, I think they might be a little bit caught off guard. And of course, the team got better via trade, but Chase is going to continue to get better as the season progresses. We know what he's capable of. Obviously, he was disappointed in himself that first week. And actually, I got it mixed up. Or no, I didn't get it mixed up. He was disappointed in himself that first week, not because of the loss, but because of how he played and the performance that it was. And now let's see. Zach not able to find that one there. Had a little bit of an opportunity. And we're about 2 minutes in, just about. And the Landers, they haven't really had a real scoring opportunity up to this point. Alec with the only shot for the Landers so far. But Caleb, he's made his presence known here in this quiet game one. And now Chase, he's dangerous. Gets one flip reset. He's going to use it to wave dash, and he's challenged early. Caleb now with a touch towards the wall. And the Fire will back off for the time being. Now it's Zach's turn. Flip reset. Off the ceiling. Can he get the double? Nice bump onto one, but Alec will clean it up. And we have a tie game. It's 1-1. Nice play there from Zach. And way to play through the bump as he was able to take Chase out of that play by being up there. And Caleb, unfortunately, not able to do anything to follow up. Alec will take that for sure. Missed there from Caleb, and now Chase. He'll put a tester on net. Little feeler. And Chase, did he just cut between the rotations of the Landers? He definitely did. Oh, man. That is a twos mistake right there. As Chase, with an aggressive challenge, Zach wasn't expecting it. And Alec wasn't expecting just a free shot on net. A mistake there by both players. And now we'll have to see what the Landers have in response. They were able to answer last time at the Fire. They're back to that 1-goal lead that they had for the majority of the game. And now it's Caleb from the corner. Ends up in the hands of Chase, and Chase will hit that over to Zach. light touch, and now Caleb, he puts Alec in an awkward position, but smart play there from Alec to be patient, to turn around, to wait. And now it's a dangerous air dribble. Didn't get the reset. Goes for a pogo. Not able to find it. Now it's Caleb. He's on the prowl. Uses his flip to get some momentum. Bumped off the ball there. And Zach with a beautiful save. And this could be an open net here for the Landers. No, not a lot of speed there. But he's still able to convert and turn it in. The Landers tie things up here. As Zach, he'll be able to turn that one in. A little bit awkward. He gets the job done regardless. Now it's Zach and Alec both have a goal. Zach, 100% goal participation here in game 1 so far. Goal and an assist for him to go along with 2 saves. Strong start to the series for him. You love to see that. And now Chase! He catches Zach sleeping. And what in the world happened here? Chase, just a crazy, weird shot towards net. Alec says sorry in chat. Or was it whoops? It was whoops is what he said. Oh, now Caleb off the kickoff. He's going to have a free shot, and he will score his first goal as a member of Team Fire. And I believe this is his RLSA debut. So I believe that's his first goal. Congratulations to him. One of many, I'm sure. But now it's the Landers who are going to need an answer. They just gave up 2 goals in the matter of seconds. And if they're not careful, it might be more. Shut down there. Is chased by Alec. Now the Fire, they'll play this possession game. They'll bring it back to the corner. Caleb gets a flip reset and a musty. Who is this guy feeling like? Caleb. And now Chase flicks it towards the net. And now Zach. He takes possession. I mean, the mechanics from Caleb are nothing short of impressive for his MMR. Very mechanical player. Zach not able to collect that bump there. And now it's Alec. Has enough boost. Let's see what he can do. No, nothing. Gets challenged early from Chase. And it's a decent 50 there for Chase. Follows it up, and Caleb is there quickly. Tries to get a shot towards net. Final 30 seconds. The Fire, all they have to do is drain the clock here. It's not over yet. One final push here for the Landers. Flip reset. Gets it past Caleb. Zach with a shot towards net, but Chase with a beautiful save on that. And now Zach. A last gasp here for the Landers. That's not going to do it. Caleb easily passes that over to Chase. And the final seconds will tick off. As the Fire, they will take game 1 here. And an impressive debut game and showing for Caleb. Once again, Fire fans got to be happy to see that one. I'm sure the manager, Cam, I'm sure he's happy to see that. Yeah, a very strong game there for both of these teams. And I think for the Landers, I don't think there's too much to change there. I don't think they played a terrible game. I mean, if you're the Fire, there's nothing to change there. You played a great game. Continue doing what you're doing. So we go ahead and get the announcement out. Just a little bit late on that. Apologize. A little bit behind today, working out some tech issues as well. But regardless here, we're going to go ahead and get into the next game. Game number 2. And this is an all-important second game here for a multitude of reasons. As a series that's 2-0 is extremely different from a series that's a 1-1. That's a hole you don't really want to dig yourself out of. A multi-game deficit. You never want to see that in a game, or in a series rather. We'll have to see what the Landers can do in response. And it's a slow first 30 seconds here, kind of awkward, just back and forth. And Chase, he's pressured into the air. It'll make it an easy challenge for Zach. And he follows it up quickly. Probably could have had a shot on net, potentially a goal, as he was able to beat the rotations. But now it's Chase the other way. Beautiful challenge there from Alec. And a nice follow-up. But Chase will take possession away from the Landers and starting from his own half. Not a lot of boost to work with, but plenty to put on a nice shot and follow it up. Zach is just left watching, and Chase opens the scoring in game 2. And it's just a good follow-up shot on that. And I think, Zach, if you just attempt to go for the ball here, perhaps you maybe get a hand up on it and you have a chance to take it. But regardless, didn't happen there. Flip reset from Zach. It beat Chase, but it didn't find the back of the net. And now Caleb gets 50'd along with Chase, and that's a bit awkward there. And Zach, he'll find a goal and tie this game up here. And it's just an unfortunate touch for Caleb, and Chase is left to try and pick up the pieces, not able to figure it out in time, and that's a free shot on net there for the Landers. And let's see what happens now. Alec, his shot towards net. Well, that's just off target. And let's see what happens here. Chase tries to get a pass over to Caleb. Very dangerous, Zach. He read that well. And Chase, very risky play there. We see him do that a lot. He usually does it with a little bit more control. And now a demo comes out from Zach, which gives Chase the green light to put his name to good use. And now let's see here. No pressure from the Landers. Lots of time and space in the middle. Caleb wasn't able to make much of it. And the Landers, they do seem to be giving the Fire a lot of space. And honestly, that's not a recipe for success against Chase. I think he struggles the most when he's being challenged, when he's being smothered and has no time to think. And has no time to develop plays, especially in the air. That's his bread and butter. So if you can keep him out of the air, if you can challenge him early, you make it a lot easier on yourself. Alec, a pretty quiet game 2 here. Has not eclipsed 100 score. And Chase with a beautiful flick, bar down, but it goes out. And Alec, he'll turn around. Driving up the wall. And now it's Alec's turn to try and create some offense. He's going to pop that over to the corner. And now it's Chase who's going to take over. Zach up quickly to meet him. Knows exactly where he's going. And now Caleb. Weak shot towards the net. Grabbed by Zach. Alec beats both of them. But now it's Caleb who takes over from the midfield. Chase going for a midfield redirect, and that fake on Zach worked wonders. It's Alec who has the one-on-one here. Awkward rushed dribble results in lost possession, but Zach will get it back. Shot towards the net. Caleb's not there, but Chase is. Alec perhaps trying to get a pass there, looking for his teammate. Wasn't exactly ready for it. Zach is up early off the ceiling. Chase recognizes that, brings it back to the ground, and now it's Caleb's turn to see what he can do. We are still tied up here as we approach the final minute of game 2. And that's a nice clear from Chase. Oh, and the Landers, they cut rotation, and Chase, just a clear from his own end, his own corner at that, beats Zach and finds Alec way out of position, playing too aggressively across the field, not able to back him up. And now the Fire, they're up 2-1 here in game 2. Could potentially take this game that has felt so close all the way through. Well, they might just go ahead and steal it. Final minute now. Caleb with a powerful shot, and Alec, underrated touch there to make the save. And now Zach with a powerful long clear into the opponent's zone. But the ball is just awkwardly hanging in a spot where Zach couldn't get it. Flip reset for Chase, turned away. And Zach, he gets up early to that. Caleb with a nice aggressive challenge, and this makes it all too easy for Chase to get up for a nice 50 from Zach. And now he'll follow that up. It's a 2-on-1 for the Landers here. Very important, but Chase, beautiful touch to buy some time and a nice demo. And that will alleviate all the pressure. Caleb has had himself a pretty solid game as far as a support role is gone. Final 10 seconds, the Landers are once again trailing late, and they've got to find something. Chase doesn't get the flip reset. That ball is still in the air, but Caleb keeps it alive. Now it's Zach bringing it over to the wall, and he's completely out of boost now. Questionable decision. Can Alec keep it up? No, he can't. And now Fire will take game 2, and they lead 2-0. And it's just a really great game from the Fire. They didn't allow the Landers to settle in at any point. And I think we sort of had a feeling around that 2-minute mark that the next goal would be a big one. And it certainly was. And now Landers adjustments. And of course, plenty of adjustments could be made here. And we'll hop right into game number 3, excuse me. And Zach, right off the bat, gets a kickoff goal, and that's exactly how the Landers want to start game 3. And just an absolute win on that off that kickoff. I don't think Chase was expecting it. It just inched right past his car. And that's a free goal. You'll take that every single day. And now let's see how things progress from here. The Fire are now the ones at a deficit, but that is a rocket from Chase. The hook shot is beautiful as he finds Alec completely home alone here. And Alec, with no momentum, just sitting there waiting for a shot to come in. And when you put a rocket on net like that, you got to have some momentum to make the save. Another good kickoff for the Landers. Chase is the one back this time. Alec hits it just high. Zach's follow-up ends up going behind him. And he tries to grab possession there. Chase to the air. And it's a good 50 from Zach. And now Caleb, his clear attempt doesn't eventually get out, and the Landers applying some pressure here. They've been able to hold it consistently. Team bumps there from the Fire. It's Zach up for this flip reset. Pops it past one, no follow-up. And now it's Chase's turn to go back the other way. Chase with a flip reset of his own, and he will dunk it past Alec. Beautiful shot, beautiful goal. And the defense was just not strong enough from the Landers. And the Landers, after coming out to a quick 1-0 lead, find themselves down a goal, and this has just been time and time again. But the bump! Oh my goodness, it was a team bump. I think Chase easily has this save. Caleb, he bumps an opponent right there, but as he's diving across to make this save, he ends up knocking his teammate right out of the way. And now the Landers, they said they'll take that one. Absolutely. It's a tie game once again. A fresh start for the Landers, but Chase, he's trying to put another one back on the board. And it's Zach who's in net that time. It seems to me that with Zach in net, the Landers are much stronger defensively. I think Chase is looking for and trying to get Alec alone in the net, as Zach, an effort to create offense, is leaving his teammate back alone. And you know, it seems to be that Zach is trying to create a lot of offense. He's making plays, and we've even seen a few passes come out from his plays, or situations where if Alec is ready, it's an easy tap in goal. He hasn't been there. They haven't been on the same page. And look for that to be a factor moving forward. And now, once again, but Alec stands tall in net that time, as he's able to clear that shot away. Caleb forced into a flick there, but nice bump onto Alec. Chase is a little bit awkward. Alec tries to get it towards the net. Zach doesn't go for the follow-up, and I do like how the Landers were playing there. They were playing nice and close, but not too close. Nice bump there. Caleb shot towards net, and that is slow but steady out. And Zach, his flick, forces two to go. One of them do get it, though. As we cross halftime here, it's 2-2. And the Landers, I think they're going to prefer it being a tie game than being down, but Chase, he would prefer being up. Zach makes a nice save on Chase's ball. And now Caleb, he's up for the follow-up. And now Zach clears the ball away, but that gives possession right back to Chase. Not the greatest of touches, though, from Chase. Alec not able to convert. And now Zach, his shot goes towards net. Alec with the follow-up and the save from Caleb. That is a big-time play from Caleb. And let's see, what does he have? Not the best of touches, but a follow-up that will retain possession for Fire. Shot towards net, bar down, and it ends up just rolling right off of Zach's car. The one time standing still actually paid off for him. Ends up making a save, but Chase, it has been relentless pressure. 6 shots and 2 goals. Make it 7 shots now so far. Caleb, not the best game from him, but he stepped up when he's needed to. Zach with the air dribble shut down. And it seems like it's a battle of attrition between Zach and Chase as far as the mechanical prowess. That's a big mistake. And Zach will get his hat trick. 3 goals on 3 shots for Zach in this one to go along with 3 saves. And Chase, waiting for that boost, ends up just touching it with the tail of his car. And that is a free shot. And the Landers, they have their first lead here since the start of the game. And now it's the Fire who find themselves down a goal. They need an answer. It's been defensively strong for a while. Chase with a difficult save to make there. The pressure put on double commit, though. Caleb has an open net. Not very powerful on it, and Zach is able to get back this time. Bailed out there. Zach's out of boost, but Chase doesn't apply any pressure. It's Caleb now in the midfield. Chase able to get the touch there. Zach low on boost, but makes a nice clear. Final 30 seconds. Team Fire looking for that equalizer. And the Landers, they're just trying to hold on and send this to a game 3 or a game 4. Not down 3-0, needing a reverse sweep. They've played good. They played a good game last game. They played a good game this game. Who will it go to? Big time save, and now Chase with a final opportunity. No time left on the clock, and it doesn't go! Chase is robbed on the goal line. And it just falls off of his car. Oh, for sure. I thought he had it. And the Landers will sneak away a win there in game number 3, but it was close. And Chase, he tried everything he could to try and get that towards the net. Maybe there was a chance for a bump. Not entirely sure, or a jump, excuse me, not a bump. Not entirely sure, but regardless, such a close play. And we go into game 4. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Fire. They get a much needed win, the Landers do, in that game. And now we have to see how the Fire respond. Of course, The Landers started off by dropping 2 games, so it's a big one for them to get a game back and just to get in the win column for this series. And that's a long shot on net, or off net, excuse me. Chase doesn't have any boost to his name, is able to pick up that middle pad. And absolutely dunked, Caleb is, by Alec. He's going to try and work that to his teammate a little bit fast off the wall. And Zach, he'll just leave it. Chase, not the best start, but he's going to retain possession here. Caleb with a critical touch there. Not only maintains the pressure, but stops an open net chance, potentially. And now, great positioning there from Chase to be able to read that touch. Going for the flip reset. He got the first one, and now it's Caleb who needs to make a big save, and he does. First minute and a half almost gone here in game number 4. Alec, shot towards the net. Bounce, 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 and he saves his own shot. That one bounced off the top crossbar a couple of times, but now it's Chase the other way, going for a musty. Alec with a huge save. And now a shot, pass over to Zach. Alec, shot towards net. It's not the fastest one, and Caleb can get back in time. The shot off the crossbar again, and now Chase has an open net to work with here. He puts it off the crossbar, but makes the read. Lots of crossbars. And a little bit unfortunate there from the Landers.